Hello, and welcome to myfinancesteacher.org. In this video, we're going to talk about gold, US dollar, coffee, and energy, particularly natural gas. If you're watching this video on my public channel on YouTube, consider joining us at myfinancesteacher.org, where I provide more regular and detailed updates for the members on a range of assets. You can join us by clicking this register button on the homepage. Now let's first start with the US dollar. As I suggested in my previous post for the members, there was a chance that US dollar was going to bounce up a little bit from the 50-day moving average. For that reason, I was waiting on any purchases with precious metals related assets, but today I see that the dollar is still weak even after some sort of a bounce yesterday. We see a red candle today. And if over the next few days dollar hits that 50-day moving average again and maybe even again, every time you hit a support zone, it weakens, especially as the short-term daily cycle in the US dollar gets a little bit old. There will be a chance of US dollar breaking back down below the 50-day moving average if DXY hits that moving average again a couple of more times over the next few days. And of course, if dollar drops significantly, that can help precious metals to start a new rally. So looking at gold, I think gold is probably still within its short-term daily cycle that has been going on since the early part of August. So far, this daily cycle seems to be 56 days old. Although there is a small chance that that daily cycle starting in early August did finish at the end of September with the length of 43 days. In that case, if we're in a new daily cycle, then probably we'll see some strength in gold over the very short term, possibly over the next few days. But still, I think there is a better chance that gold is going to continue down and finally finish this ongoing short-term daily cycle, as well as the ongoing intermediate cycle, which is now 201 days old, possibly over the next 1 or 2 weeks. So what I want to do is I want to wait for that several days with the majority of my precious metals related assets. But looking at weak dollar, I still want to have possibly at least a small allocation of my precious metals related portfolio deployed towards gold, I would say, rather than silver at the moment, at least at the start. So once I finish with recording the video, I'm going to update this fictitious portfolio for the members at myfinancesteacher.org, reflecting my starting small investment in the precious metals part of the portfolio. Generally though, we'll probably see gold down over the next 1 or 2 weeks, finishing this short-term daily cycle with possibly around 2 months in its length. And then we might actually see gold start the new rally into the new intermediate cycle, which will bring gold above $2,000 again. Of course, nobody knows the future. This, in my opinion, is simply the most likely scenario. I would give it, say, 65% chance. Next, I want to have a quick look at coffee, as I think a nice buying opportunity might be coming up sometime soon in coffee. We have actually been discussing coffee with the members at My Finance Teacher for quite a while already. We did this a couple of days ago, as well as earlier in October. There is a very small chance that coffee did finish its ongoing cycle back on the 2nd of October, giving us a cycle length of 108 days. But I think the chance is very small for that. The average duration over the last several years, at least since 2014, was around 145 days for these cycles. Of course, sometimes these cycles can be quite short. Here, for example, at the end of 2018, a cycle lasted for only 92 days. So there is a chance coffee just blasts off up from here, but I think there is a better chance coffee will decline for another 1 or 2 weeks. And that will give us a nice buying opportunity in coffee. Looking at the 4-hour chart, we still see lower lows and lower highs on coffee. And coffee is close to breaking this downtrend line that has been established over the last week or so on the 4-hour chart. If coffee does break up from here to around the level of 110 or so, that would possibly give us an inverted head and shoulders formation on the 4-hour chart increasing the probability that the buying opportunity is upon us. But at the moment, I still want to wait and see what happens over the next few days. One of the things I'm looking for is another trip down closer to the lower range of the Bollinger Bands. Looking back at history, we see that over the last few years, at least over the last 3 or 4 years, each of these cycles finished pretty close to the lower range of the Bollinger Bands, often after breaking multiple times below those Bollinger Bands. So over the next 1 or 2 weeks, if I see a trip back down towards the lower range of the Bollinger Bands, which will actually prolong the length of the ongoing cycle closer to the average duration, that's when I would be more interested in having some coffee as an investment. Next, let's have a quick look at natural gas, and this is a weekly chart. Over the last 5 or 6 years, at least since early 2016, average duration of natural gas cycles has been around 26 weeks. And as I've mentioned to the members a few times over the last few weeks, we have seen the end of the natural gas cycle a few weeks ago, back in late September. Since then, I have been interested in buying natural gas, and we did try a trade with UNG. Unfortunately, we were stopped out. On the 29th of September, with UNG dropping even as natural gas gaps up before giving us a red candle. So I'm still interested in natural gas, and I'm looking for better vehicles for that. So sometime today or tomorrow, I'm going to discuss these vehicles with the members at myfinancesteacher.org. There are forecasts of colder than usual winter. So although natural gas has already moved up significantly, there is still a good potential of noticeably higher natural gas prices if winter does turn out to be a relatively cold one. So for updates on energy as well as other assets, go to myfinancesteacher.org and click this register button. Before you do that though, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, share the video with your friends, I would really appreciate that, and answer the following question in the comments. Are we going to see gold price above $2,000 by November this year? I'll be looking forward to read your opinion on that. For now, I wish you a wonderful day and good luck in your trades.